Good morning. My dad and I are here at the Corral Creek Trailhead, and this is located in Roosevelt National Forest, just outside Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, we're gonna try and find Big South Falls. I don't think we're looking at too long of a hike. It's just, I'm not really sure where it is. So hopefully we can find it. As you can see, this is the standard Rocky Mountain National Park trailhead sign, but this is actually just outside of the park, technically speaking. Official start time, 8:18. It is gonna be a beautiful day. Wow. Perfect temperature, no wind. Yeah, this is great. It's been a while since I've been back here. They had this trail closed down for a long time due to the Cameron Peak fire. This was their fire line. They were trying to keep the fire from spreading into the northern part of Rocky Mountain National Park. So the firefighters were using this trail as their northern defense line of Rocky Mountain National Park. Yeah, we've got a little bit of fire damage right here. Yeah, that Cameron Peak fire was devastating. That thing raged like all summer long. So far, this is a really nice trail. It's pretty flat and it's well groomed. Yeah, from my understanding, is that they were trying to keep the fire on the north side of the trail here, which would be to the left. That's all burned. And then right over here, not burned. That's going to be the backside of the Mummy Mountains, way up there. Yeah, I love this area. It's just really hard to get back here. It's a long drive. And for people that are staying in like Estes Park and stuff, this is like 4 hours away or something. I mean, it's insane the amount of driving you got to do to get this far up 14 highway and then down Long Draw Road. I'm really glad to see that this entire area through here did not get torched, because I always remembered this as being really pretty through here, and it still is. We are now entering the Comanche Peak Wilderness. The Comanche Peak Wilderness got hit hard by the Cameron Peak fire in 2020. It devastated a good portion of the Comanche Peak Wilderness, which sits just to the north of Rocky Mountain National Park. And we just hit this little muddy section. This is super pretty back here, and not too many people at all. You are now entering the travel zone. And the travel zone starts going uphill. like immediately. And we just hit a burn section. This is pretty torched right here. I think that is Flatiron Mountain sticking up right there. The only bad thing about this hike is that it's a reverse hike. We're having to hike down at the beginning, which means we have to hike up at the end. Yeah, all this fire damage has really opened up the views. You can see everything now. And we're continuing to drop down. The trail isn't as nice as when we started. It's getting a little looser, a little rockier. And we're flattening out again. Overall, this is a really relaxing trail. Super pretty back here too. It just feels remote. I believe that's looking up at Flatiron Mountain on the right and Hagues Peak on the left. And in exactly 45 minutes, we're up here to the trail split. And this thing looks faint. Wow. But yeah, according to my GPS, we have come out 1.4 miles. All right, let's do it. Let's check it out. It's the Big South Trail. This is the same trail that we were on a few weeks ago on Father's Day, but we were a lot farther up north by 14 Highway. We could not have asked for a better day. It's beautiful out here. This is beautiful up here. I think this hike is going to be a little longer than I thought. I just checked the GPS and I estimated the distance to where I think the waterfall is. And it looks like it's 3/4 of a mile up this trail. So yeah, I think we're going to be close to 2.5 miles in each direction if we make it out to Big South Falls. It should be pretty flat from here out to the falls. I feel like we're floating along at just under 9,700. And it looks like the falls are 9,650 or something like that. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna really lose any elevation here in the next 3/4 of a mile or so. That was a really pretty spot. This nice little breeze was blowing off the water. It felt so good. This trail is starting to get a little bit wonky. You can tell nobody comes back here. Jeez. This is the only thing that's going to stop us is if the trail conditions get real bad. Yeah, look at this. The trail just like disappears. We just ran into some folks coming up the trail. Well, actually, they're just kind of coming up through the trees here because this is where the trail gets really hard to follow. They said once we make it through this little section and down to the meadow, we should be able to pick the trail back up. They said it gets real nice and easy the rest of the way down to the falls. And I think we're looking at maybe another half mile from here. So far, so good. I think we're staying on the trail. All right, this is going according to plan. We're popping out to the meadow and we're picking up the Karens. Look at all of them. Like boop, 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 boop. The trail has completely disappeared, but we're just gonna continue to follow the Karens. This is epic up here. I am loving this hike. I think we're getting real close now. I'm showing maybe 0.2 of a mile out to where I think the falls are at. The total trip for this hike is 2.3. So I'm thinking we're gonna end up at 2.5 miles on the nose. Shout out to Christopher Thomas, Elevated Imaging Photography, for telling me about this hike. I did not know there was a thing called Big South Falls. Yeah, this trail just like completely peters out in spots, which is making it more epic to me. I love it. Makes me feel like nobody comes out here. We're starting to pick up a nice little breeze, which feels really good. It was getting a little roasty toasty there for a second. Pretty warm. Yeah, that wind is definitely picking up. This thing is out here a little bit, but according to my GPS, we're super close, like within 400 feet of the falls. I'm thinking they gotta be around the corner, just up here. Well guys, according to all my information, this has got to be the falls right here. We got up here at 9:58, which means it took 1 hour and 40 minutes on the nose to hike out here to Big South Falls. And if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. And that is Flatiron Mountain out there in the distance. Guys, it's 10:40. We've been sitting up here for nearly 40 minutes, but the wind is starting to pick up, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. All right, let's do it. Let's take it on back. We're gonna have to cross back over this little marshy spot. All right, we've made it back to the meadow. This was awesome through here. Just this big, giant, grassy meadow. And there it is, the meadow. Yeah, the wind is definitely starting to pick up. And I can see the afternoon clouds starting to form, but I'm not worried about it. I think we're timing this perfectly. We're getting ready to enter the confusing part. All right, and we're through the confusing part, and that really wasn't too bad. Almost back to the trail split. And that little section of the Big South Trail really wasn't too bad at all. I mean, it gets a little weird in places, but it's pretty flat through here. Just a few little whoop-de-doos every now and then. We've been hiking back for 43 minutes. However, we did stop to talk to some park rangers for like 3 to 5 minutes, so we're looking good. 1.4 miles back to the trailhead. I was asking those rangers about Big South Falls just to double confirm that we were at the right place, even though I know that we were. And they acted like they had never heard of it before. She was like, Big South Falls, what is that? And I was like, look, right here on this map. And I showed her my phone. She's like, yeah, it says it, Big South Falls. So I don't know if that's an official thing or not, but we're gonna go ahead and call it Big South Falls. I think one of the reasons that I was loving this trail so much on the way out was because the whole thing was going down. And we're getting to experience the not so fun part here on the way back because it's all uphill. Whew. Indian paintbrush. Beautiful. And as you can see, we got the afternoon clouds building up. They're just starting. We're almost done with this thing. This has got to be one of the very last uphill sections. Oh my goodness, we've been coming up this whole time. And we're back. It's just now 12:10, so that means it only took us an hour and a half to come back. I'm showing a solid 5 miles on my GPS, but that's crazy. It took us an hour and 40 to get out there and an hour and 30 to get back. Beautiful hike. I highly recommend it. Well, we hope you enjoyed the hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace.